They say that stars burn the brightest just before they fade. We welcomed them into our homes, our hearts, and our dreams. They made us laugh, they made us cry, and they provided the soundtrack to our lives. But behind the fame, the lights, and the applause, they were human. And like all of us, they had to face the final curtain. Today, we are taking a respectful journey across America and beyond. We are visiting the final resting places of 14 legends who defined our culture. We honor their dates, their memories, and the peace they have finally found. Welcome to Forever Famous. This is where the legends sleep. The Kings and Queens. We begin with the man who changed music forever, Elvis Presley, 1935 to 1977. He was the king of rock and roll, a boy from Mississippi who shook the world, but the crown was heavy. After a life of breaking records and breaking hearts, Elvis left us suddenly at the age of 42. Today, he rests not in a lonely cemetery, but at his home, surrounded by the love of his fans. Resting place, Meditation Garden, Graceland, Memphis, Tennessee. From the king to the eternal queen of Hollywood, Marilyn Monroe, 1926 to 1962. She was the definition of glamour, yet her eyes always held a deep, unspoken sadness. She wanted to be loved for who she was, not just for the character she played. Tragically, her light went out at just 36. Her final spot is humble, tucked away in the city that made her a star. Resting place, Westwood Village Memorial Park, Los Angeles, California. Decades later, another king would rise, the king of pop, Michael Jackson, 1958 to 2009. A child prodigy who became the most famous man on earth. He gave us Thriller, he gave us magic, but he lived a life under a microscope. When he passed away, the entire world stopped turning. Today, he rests in a private, grand mausoleum fit for royalty, protected from the cameras that hounded him in life. Resting place, Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Glendale, California. Icons of change. Fame isn't just about entertainment. Some used their voice to change the course of history. John F. Kennedy, 1917 to 1963, the 35th president. He represented hope, a new frontier for America, but that hope was shattered on a November day in Dallas. He rests now under an eternal flame that has never gone out, symbolizing a legacy that burns on. Resting place, Arlington National Cemetery, Arlington, Virginia. And alongside the political change came the moral revolution. Martin Luther King Jr., 1929 to 1968. He had a dream. He marched for freedom and spoke of the mountaintop, knowing he might not get there with us. Taken by an assassin's bullet, his message of nonviolence survives him. Today, he rests next to his wife, Coretta, surrounded by the waters of reflection. Resting place, the King Center, Atlanta, Georgia. The rebels and the poets. Some stars burn so fast they leave a trail of fire. James Dean, the rebel without a cause. He made only 3 movies, yet he became the face of cool for eternity. He lived fast and died young on a California highway, but he returned home to the quiet roots of the Midwest. Resting place, Park Cemetery, Fairmont, Indiana. Decades later, another rebel voice emerged from the streets, Tupac Shakur, 1971 to 1996. A poet, a warrior, a rapper who spoke the raw truth. He predicted his own end in his lyrics, living with the intensity of a man running out of time. After a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas, he left us at 25. There is no public grave for Tupac. His ashes were scattered by his loved ones, returning him to the earth. Resting place, cremated, ashes scattered in Los Angeles and spread in a private garden. And then the voice of a generation in pain, Kurt Cobain, 1967 to 1994. With Nirvana, he changed music overnight, but the weight of being a grunge icon was too much for his fragile soul. He joined the tragic 27 Club, leaving a void in rock music that has never been filled. Resting place, cremated, ashes scattered into the Wishkah River, Washington. Voices of angels. There are voices that come along only once in a century. Whitney Houston, 1963 to 2012. The voice. She could move mountains with a single note. Her triumphs were legendary, and her struggles were public. When she passed, the music world fell silent. She returned home to New Jersey, buried next to the father who loved her. Resting place, Fairview Cemetery, Westfield, New Jersey. And the genius who could play every instrument. Prince, 1958 to 2016. He was a mystery, a musical wizard who defied genre and gender. Prince lived in his own world, a place called Paisley Park, and that is where he remains, his ashes resting in the sanctuary he built for the music. Resting place, Paisley Park, Chanhassen, Minnesota. The legends we miss. Sometimes the people who make us laugh hardest are the ones hurting most. Robin Williams, 1951 to 2014. He was a genie, a nanny, a teacher, a captain. Robin Williams had a spark of madness that gave us pure joy. His tragic end reminded us to be kind, for everyone is fighting a hard battle. He wanted to be free, and now he is part of the ocean. Resting place, cremated, ashes scattered in San Francisco Bay, California. The Starman who fell to earth. David Bowie, 1947 to 2016. Though British by birth, he belonged to the world. He turned his death into his final piece of art with the album Black Star. A private man to the end, he wanted no monument, no grave, just the memory of his music. Resting place, cremated, ashes secretly scattered in Bali, Indonesia. The Quiet Beetle. George Harrison, 1943 to 2001. He sought peace and spirituality, bringing the sounds of the East to the West. He taught us that all things must pass. In accordance with his faith, his journey continued beyond the physical world. Resting place, cremated, ashes scattered in the Ganges and Yamuna rivers, India. And finally, the Man in Black. Johnny Cash, 1932 to 2003. He sang for the poor, the prisoners, and the heartbroken. His voice was like polished coal. He died just months after his beloved wife June Cash. They say he died of a broken heart. Today, they rest side by side. Resting place, Hendersonville Memorial Gardens, Hendersonville, Tennessee. From Memphis to Hollywood, from riverbanks to private gardens, these are the places where history sleeps. They may be gone, but as long as we play their songs, watch their films, and speak their names, they never truly die. Which of these legends do you miss the most? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching Forever Famous. Please subscribe and turn on notifications to honor the legacies of those we've lost.